Hello, everyone. I'm Elena Bain, your intuitive holistic lifestyle coach. Today, I'm going to talk about what are the two things you're doing that's sabotaging yourself. And you know what? They're the two biggest mistakes, and you have no idea you're even doing it to yourself. But before we get into it, do me a favor, and I greatly appreciate you doing this. Hit the subscribe button on the bottom. It helps my channel, and it gives you alerts on my future videos. So, two biggest mistake people do to sabotage themselves. Now you got to understand when I do a session with somebody, I always feel spirit. Spirit always shows up, and spirit always tells me what it is you need to be doing now. But spirit also tells me where you're going to be in the future. So I could totally envision people's lifestyles. I will tell you, you're going to write a book, you're going to write some sort of workbook, you're going to be public speaking, you're going to have crowds around you because spirit tells me to tell you. There's a lot of jealousy around you. You got to be aware of certain people. Just be very cautious of people around you. But here's one thing you need to know about spirit. Spirit has no concept of time. They have no concept on the other side at all. My mom's been gone for 18 years, and my dad's been gone for almost 3 years now. And mom on the other side, she doesn't know it's been 18 years. For me here on earth, I know it's been 18 years because I'm in my 40s, but mom has no idea. So when spirit tells me that your success is going to look like A, B, and C, and be ready and be prepared for it, and it's always exciting because you see people's eyes light up when I tell them, yes, you are going to be doing A, B, and C. But that doesn't mean you have no work to do to get to A, B, and C. 100% you got work to do. It's Spirit's way of telling me to tell you, you're going to be successful. There's nothing for you to worry. I need you to take this leap. You're meant to take this leap in your life. So because Spirit has no concept of time on the other side, when they reveal messages to me and I pass it to you, my job as your holistic lifestyle coach, and your job is to figure out, well, what is that time frame? So that's where we need to figure that out here on earth, because the other side, no concept of time. So how do you figure out your time frame? So what I do with my clients, we get a calendar and I realistically ask you, how many months do you have in a year that you're willing to pursue this desire or this dream or this goal? So let me give you an example. So for me personally, I don't work from a 12-month calendar because as soon as July 1st comes, my daughters and I, we head up north and we live in our trailer in northern Ontario. It's my happy place. It's where I zen out. I do a lot of my main meditation. It's where I get rejuvenated and I get re-energized. We're up north. So do I work during those summer months? I do. I tap in on my laptop every now and then, but I'm not working 40 hours a week up north. So now my 12-month calendar has gone into 10 months. Listen, my girls are teenagers. They have March break, they have Christmas break, they have, all the long weekends. Am I working on Christmas break, those 2 weeks, and for March break? Hell no. I'm with my family. So now those 10 months have gone into maybe just over 9 months. So really, my yearly calendar is actually a 9-month calendar. It's not a 12-month calendar. And this is one of the biggest mistakes people don't get clear on. How many months are in your working calendar? You want to know why you have been failing or why things haven't been progressing? Is because you're on the wrong time frame. You think you have 12 months. Every week, 40 hours. You think that, but you actually don't. Life happens. You still have a life, right? So get clear. We get clear on your working calendar. That's number one. A second thing that people do to sabotage themselves is they don't give themselves any grace. They're so hard on themselves and so like they bully themselves. If you spoke to a friend the way you speak to yourself in your head, I guarantee you that friend would never be your friend or continue being your friend. We are the hardest on ourselves. Absolutely. So let me tell you a story. So my husband and I, we own a gym in Georgetown, Ontario called the Battle Institute for Healthy Living. And this is actually where I do a lot of my holistic lifestyle coaching sessions because I live in Georgetown. And I remember this one time happening a few years ago, probably about 5 years ago. We've owned the club now 18 years. And there was this beautiful high school girl. She's walking on the treadmill and she's bawling her eyes out, just bawling her eyes out. And some members came up to me and they said, Elena, there's a young girl on that treadmill and she is bawling her eyes out, right? So my members were getting concerned for her. So I go downstairs and yeah, she's on that treadmill, fast walking, and she's bawling her eyes out. It's like the whole one. I give her the utmost credit for getting her ass still at the gym to do her cardio when clearly she wasn't in the mental or emotional state to do it. So, yep, there she is walking, bawling her eyes out. And I go up to her and I said, call her by name, and I said, what is wrong? And she goes, my boyfriend just dumped me today. And she's crying. And I said, you know what? Sorry, dog Maverick. I said, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I am so sorry that happened to you. And that's shitty. I said, you know what? I said, today, you're allowed to cry. Today, have your good cry. You know what? Whatever it is you want to do, you want to go eat that little pint of ice cream? Go ahead. Have your cry. Give yourself some grace today. But tomorrow, no more tears. No more tears. Because it's so easy for us to wallow and stay at that rock bottom. We could stay there for days, for months, for years. But no. And you know what? When you have a bad day, give yourself some grace, for God's sakes. Give yourself grace. You're just having a crappy day, a shitty day where you don't want to do anything. And guess what? That's okay. Give yourself some grace. Whatever it is you were supposed to get done today, guess what? There's always tomorrow. There's tomorrow to do it. But you will not stay in that rut. Give yourself your grace. That day of grace, the next day, you're getting your ass back up. And that's exactly what I told her. And she came back the next day, no tears. Doesn't mean she still wasn't sad or feeling like shit. 100%, I'm sure she still was. But she got back to her weight program that day, and she was kept on moving forward. So here's the thing. Life is not all pretty and roses and always having a great time. Are there shitty days? 100% there's shitty days in life. But there are also days where you're like, I just need a rest. I'm mentally drained. I can't think clearly. Those days, sit on the couch, binge watch Netflix, do whatever the hell it is you want to do to decompress. But you allow that for one day. The next day, you need to get your ass up and start moving. You might not be at full speed the next day, and that's okay. But you're up and moving. So the top two reasons why people sabotage themselves, they're not clear on their time frame, which is the biggest thing. And two, they don't give themselves enough grace when they should. And when you don't give yourself enough grace and permission to have those down days, you just feel like a failure. You feel like you're not good enough. You start getting self-doubt. And before you know it, everything what you want and desire in life goes out the window. And you're back in your day-and-day rut. Like that hamster on the wheel, right? If you're tired of being that hamster on the wheel, then check out your next 5 moves to your dream life blueprint. And this is where I take you on a roadmap journey from exactly where you are right now to the desired lifestyle you want to live. And in that journey, we're going to identify your key ideas and we're going to dismantle the roadblocks that have always been in your way, and they've been there for years. And we're going to make sure they never get in your way again. But then we're going to design a strategic action plan so you know exactly what to do every day, what has to be done every month for you to get to your ultimate goal. That's the difference. It's not just a bunch of information of what you need to do. It's taking that information and putting it in an action plan so you actually get the results that you want and seek. So your next moves, click on that button below. Book a 15-minute free consultation with me, and let's get you stop thinking about it and start doing something about it. Take care, everybody. Have a good day.